Welcome, dear participants of the Hatz North American Sales Meeting, which currently takes place in the Crowne Plaza Ohio Hotel in Chicago. We are happy to celebrate with you a very unique premiere. We are here in the showroom of our headquarters, of the Hatz headquarters in Rüstorf in Germany. In fact, there are two premieres. The first one is this live stream itself, because we never done this before at Hatz. And the second one is another premiere. Of course, the main reason is the official start of the 3-cylinder H-series diesel engines. In a few minutes, we will take part when the first series model is finished on the assembly line. But first of all, I would like to introduce the young man next to me. This is the majority shareholder and chairman of advisory board, Wolfram Hatz.
Hi, my friends. I also welcome all of you. I welcome our North American distributors. I welcome our CEO, Mr. Grüper. Hi, Mr. Grüper. Everything is fine in Bavaria. I also welcome warmly our sales team from Germany. Guys, I yesterday evening sold some engines when you have been not here. And last not but least, I welcome our brand manager, Mark Katunian, and his team, and the rest of all the people who are in the Crowne Plaza in Chicago.
Well, let's switch over to our colleagues at the production line, what it looks like over there at the moment. So, Martin and Matthias, all good with the first H-series 3-cylinder?
The production line.
Hello together.
The production is running well and we are on schedule. Right now, the assembly is in the last few steps and we are heading for the finalization.
Thanks, Matthias. So, Wolfram, let's use the remaining time and look back at the success story of the H-series. I give you some year dates and you let me know the most important milestones of the H-series in the respective year.
I look forward for an exciting discussion with you. I'm ready.
Perfect. So, we start with 2013. The Baltimore Ravens won the 47th Super Bowl in New Orleans against San Francisco 49ers with 34-31. Which highlight do you know at Hatz in this year?
Our liquid-cooled H50 engine was presented to the world on the first time. Thanks to its combustion technology, it complies with the worldwide exhaust emission regulations even more than enough. We presented this engine on the occasion of the Bauma 2013 in Munich.
Okay, and how was the feedback?
The feedback was great, very positive. We are normally known as one of the market leaders for air-cooled diesel engines, which mainly used in walk-behind combustion machines. Within the first liquid-cooled downsized industrial engine of the world, we entered the market for mobile and stationary compact machines. The special compactness, low weight, high performance, and excellent exhaust emissions at once convinces not only the machine manufacturers.
Okay, perfect. So we can go to the year 2014. In Brazil, the 20th Football World Championship took place, and the winner was Germany. So a dream came true for many Germans, but also for Hatz customers, a dream came true, right?
Stefan, first of all, how can you choose such an example? Our friends in America have no idea of soccer. They more experienced in basketball or any other sports, but not soccer. But anyway, we have been world champions, and the series production of the 4H50 TIC engine started. Our outstanding staff made this possible. The first series model of the H series are used in machines of the US and European market.
And anything else in
Sure,
this year?
additionally, we offered an open power unit of the 4H50 TIC, so-called OPU. So this is the plug-and-play solution for liquid-cooled engines, and this system is approved in our factory.
Okay, very good. So let's switch over to 2015. The sale of Amazon Echo started. The so-called smart speaker are offered in the shops for the first time. So which clever solution is offered by the H series?
Well, a further family member of the H series celebrated its premiere on the occasion of the Intermat 2015, an international trade show for construction and infrastructure in Paris. The 4H50 Ti is a cost-saving solution which was created especially for lower regulated countries.
Okay, but this was not all, was it?
Exactly. No, it wasn't. We participated at the Green Tech of one of the most famous environmental trophies in Europe. And with our 4H50 TIC, we reached the second place amongst the top three with BMW and Clarion. That made us really proud.
Yeah, cool. We still can be very proud of this performance. So, okay, let's go forward. What was the milestone in 2016? I remember that Bob Dylan received the Literature Nobel Prize for his poetic creation in the big American song tradition.
Tradition is a good keyword at this place. Bauma 2016 in Munich was a good opportunity to present our 3H50 prototype to the first time. Again, the 3H50 Ti is available for countries with lower regulated emission controls and the 3H50 TIC for EPA and European regulated markets. Completely new are the versions for the EU Stage 5 for the 3 and the 4-cylinder engines. Furthermore, tradition concerning liquid-cooled engines continues, and for Hatz, this tradition goes way back to the 60s. The capsulated engines, we call them silent packs, we have been able to reduce the noise emission for our H series by 60%. Engines of the H series are the quietest 4-cylinder Hatz diesel engines ever.
That's amazing. So now we are in 2018. The H series is grown to a big family now. We are convinced that we created a very awesome engine for mobile and stationary compact applications. And we are convinced that no application can resist our engine concept. That's the reason why we created the catchy line, the applicationizer. And within this applicationizer, we are celebrating the power of 3, the start of the production of the H-series 3-cylinder. So let's hand over to our colleagues, to Martin and Matthias at the H-series production line.
Good idea. Thank you for this nice conversation.
Thank you.
So, we are now here in front of the H50 production line. Until Wolfram and Stefan arrive, we want to explain a few details of our 3H50 TIC. For better understanding, we brought a few parts. We have here the crankcase, the turbocharger, and parts of the injection equipment. Matthias, what is your favorite part? Where do you want to start?
I am proud of the turbocharger. Our turbocharger is very small compared to other engines, but this is necessary for high torque at the low engine speed and for a quick torque response. We made this possible by our small and light design turbine and the aluminum compressor wheel. This gives us the benefit of a very fast turbocharger with over 290,000 RPMs and a very good acceleration, a requirement for our downsizing concept.
And thanks to this turbocharger, customers can replace bigger engines because they don't need those power reserves for ambient values like high altitude, temperature, or humidity. But you said downsized engine. This brings us to the second part, the crankcase. I'm really fascinated how much durable power and torque we can get out of this little 3-cylinder.
Yes, this is one of our biggest benefits. Our thin wall casted crankcase is maybe the most important component for such light and compact engines. Our TIC has a weight of less than 340 pounds and gives us a torque of nearly 150 foot-pounds. This is very good for compact machines with a high power demand.
And it is also possible to save space with a reduced tank volume because of the very low fuel consumption. But not only smaller, but also a much better total cost of ownership, and of course, better for the environment. And so I think we are at the third part, the injection equipment.
Yes, the injection equipment is a very important precondition for a solid and economical engine. We decided to use the heavy-duty off-highway system of Bosch with a rail pressure of up to 26,100 psi. This gives us the freedom to develop a high efficiency compared with the best durability.
Okay, thanks. I think this was enough information for the moment. Meanwhile, the 3H50 TIC is nearly finished at the last station. Let's have a look at the last steps of the assembly. So, at the moment, the air filter depression sensor is being mounted, and now the engine is completed. Let's count down for the first serial production, 3H50 TIC, in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Thank you, Martin and Matthias, for this amazing look behind the scenes and these insights of the H series and the 3-cylinder in particular. Until the engine is taken from the assembly line, we will use the time and answer some questions we collected in advance. My first question is for you, and there are new features to the H series which are introduced with the 3-cylinder. Can you tell us what features these are?
So we have now bigger oil filler caps, have a third optional oil fill position behind the high pressure pump, and the possibility to mount behind that high pressure pump external power takeoff. And furthermore, we have the optional high torque edition of the 3H50 TIC with an extra torque of 12 foot-pounds.
Oh, no, wow, that's interesting. Next question to you, Martin. What are the next steps, the market launches of the H series 3-cylinder?
Yes, we have new versions now every few months. So we have in April the 3H50 TIC, mostly for the US market. In autumn, the 3H50 Ti for less regulated countries. In December, 3H50 TICD and 4-cylinder TICD with particulate filter mainly for Europe. And in spring 2019, the 3H50T below 19 kilowatt, an engine for the whole world.
Okay, and what's about the availability of the ready-to-install options?
So the ready-to-install option open power unit, which is already known from the 4H50, will be available from start on. Then we have the silent pack, which is already available for the 4-cylinder TI and TIC. And the new silent pack, which will be available from January 2019, will fit for 3 and 4-cylinder TI, TIC, and TICD.
Okay, perfect, fine. And yeah, my last question is to you, Wolfram, a very personal one. How are you, and how are you with your role as the chairman of the advisory board?
The first answer is an honest smile, you know. Hatz gained strength in the past 2 years and is finally solid again. The order books are full and Hatz is heading a great future due to the new products. Honestly speaking, I feel enthusiasm with a company Hatz, which is supported by highly motivated employees and experienced managers. And here I also mean all our sales subsidiaries, you guys in the States, all of the big Hatz family, including our colleagues in Czech Republic. As you may know, 1.5 years ago, I bought the majority of the company shares from my remaining family members of Hatz. And I never regret a single second of this step. So I feel really good. The cooperation with the management is very close, and I'm always well informed by them. By the way, thank you, Mr. Krüper, for that. Believe me, it is a great benefit for me now, not being in the daily business anymore. This gives me many possibilities to arrange my life differently now. And just in that moment, an example came to my mind. In one respect, I'm fully Americanized. As many people of you know, I like to ride Harley Davidson. And in the contrary to Mr. Krüper, and in the contrary to Mike Hartunian, they have to entertain, to teach our American friends now, while I will go to ride my Harleys in half an hour. If it's not raining, we will see. In any case, believe it or not, I never felt better in this moment.
That sounds great. Okay, thank you guys. So ladies and gentlemen, again, let's welcome with a big applause the first H-Series 3-cylinder 3H50 TIC. Here it is. Here it is. So, Wolfram, do you like to make it special?
Yes, I would.
That's the reason why you have the pen.
Great idea. You have the pen, I believe.
I think I gave it to you before.
No, I don't have
No?
the pen.
No pen?
No. So I sign it later. Sorry. I really thought you would have the pen.
Oh, no.
No.
Okay, so here it is. Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, yes. Woo!
This is life.
It is. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are close to the end of our live stream here, but there's one last thing. Wolfram, what do you think if we will give this engine, the signed engine, to that US distributor who is doing the most 3H50 sales in 2018?
A great idea. Really a great idea.
Perfect.
I'm really happy that a very motivated distributorship has come together in Chicago. A successful course of the distributor meeting and many interesting discussions over there. Last but not least, I personally look forward when I can travel to the United States again, and maybe I get the chance to visit one or the other distributor over there. All the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you and bye.
Bye. What's up?